It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Jordan Love. He's going to have to air it out plenty this.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
That's completed right side. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. From the gun, it's May. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts from the 16. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Love out of the shotgun. Into traffic, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Love. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Buccaneers and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And that passing touchdown he started this game off with, just what we expected from somebody who you can see is among the NFL leaders in finding the end zone this year. To the air on 1st down, May. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Has some daylight through the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs And down on the field watching the kick, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
First down throw for May. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
May on first and 10. On the left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. They send him left out of the slot. Going play action, May. And he makes the catch for the tip drill touchdown. The Buccaneers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Butker with the extra point. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 16. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. It's a new set of downs for them at the 32. On first and 10, here's Love. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot at it.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So now they have third and short. Love from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. Love looking to pass. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Loves to throw again. Finds him on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. From the red zone now. Completed to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
He just throws this one away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Throwing his Love on third. Gets it to him on the screen. He takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Cardi with the extra point. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, oh, you wanted all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. On play action, here's May. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. Operating from the gun, here's May. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. May now from the gun. Laporta with the grab. And he's tackled for a short gain. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd and pretty long here. May now. Has him on the quick hitter. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air yet again, May. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a hole. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Love to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Into a crowd. Oh, intercepted! And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, the QBs in this league, they love their slot guys. We see it all over the NFL. The close relationship between quarterback and slot receiver. They play in such, well, just such chemistry. But then when you get a defender that can get in the middle of it and mix it up and read and react in that kind of way, you get interceptions right out of the slot. That is a job well done.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 42. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Love. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
From the gun, it's May. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Made a throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. Running it now out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee. 2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. Across the 45 and still going. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. To throw, here's May. He's got it over the middle. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. The Mafe bringing that play to a halt. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll try left side out of the option. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 5. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. Defense showing blitz here. May. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down throw for May. Complete out to the right side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up a second and short. From the 32. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's May. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They have themselves another 1st and 10. May looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
From the 18 on second down. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. To the air on first down. May. Toward the sideline, and he's got Leggett. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And that timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has it in close. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To the air yet again, May. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So the first down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. We've reached the break. The Bucs visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. Next, we head off to check out another game.
No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the third quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 14. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Brought in right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Hits him on the out route. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Love from the gun. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Complete out to the right. He pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusting tight end.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Love. Dumped off to his running back. Jukes one defender. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball. Okay, hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just...
Touchdown, Dallas! So the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Point after converted from Carney. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
1st down play, that's a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Love looking to pass. This throw is caught. And in for the generous touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Cardi down. team. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie this game at 21. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rolling back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. This defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. There's 5 on that play, maybe 5 more now on 3rd down. May now from the gun. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. 1st down throw, here's Love. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the pistol, here's Love. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Love out of the shotgun. He's on the move. He's running for it. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Buccaneers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Finds the in route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on 1st down. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Jump off caught by his back. And he's going to go down right along midfield strike. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. From the gun, it's May. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. They're set up at the 35 now. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in this sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Throwing is May. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
To throw, here's May. He completes it in traffic. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To the air on first down, May. This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts are just so imperative, and the best of them make it look so easy.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Setting up the running back screen. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Here's Love. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Option give here. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, they'll run. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Ball at 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for him now, following the penalty. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw it. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down, because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Completes beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. There's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. They had him.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. Here he is to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Throwing now. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Trying to set this up quick. Setting up to pass. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Loves to throw again. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught. So their last chance save to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory.
Where I'm leaving the